I am going to be a little bit existential today and talk about how all of this, like, stop being comfortable in the place that you are, or stop avoiding things and actually face everything. I understand that. I understand this hustle mindset, and you should work hard, you should get rich, you should get millions of dollars by the 25-year-old or something. I understand everything. Like, I understand. I truly watch those videos and take any advice and put it into my perspective. But I'm not rich. I haven't gotten rich. And I realize that most of these things that people actually try to sell you is actually just to sell you courses, to sell you a mindset or anything. Like, we don't know why we're first, where we're here in the first place. And why we don't know why we exist. We don't know what our conscience is, right? Why not try to figure all of this out by our own means? You know, maybe you're really interested in, I don't know, in the way that humanity works and study something related to that field. I think this idea is very just perfect, right? It's just perfect. That's why it doesn't work. That's why you need to scam people in order to make money. That's why you need to get rich at 25 in order to be happy. And it's because we've been swallowed by this concept of wealth and just being rich. And we're being sold a lifestyle that is unsustainable, to be honest, and emotionally unsustainable, I say, because all of this not being comfortable and everything is going to take a toll on you. And if it doesn't work, what if it doesn't work? Are you going to die or something? I don't know. So, yes, I was watching this morning a video of Andrew Tate. I don't know if he uploaded the video, but it was him and his brother, I think, smoking a thing in a sports car, in the back of a sports car, with the thing open, and you could see like the buildings. And they were talking about how they always wanted to be rich, and that was the only thing that they were talking about. How miserable their life was if that was true. Like, I understand. And I also want to make this clear. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know if I'm against, if I'm pro. I don't know. I'm just putting my thoughts out there, which is, I feel like that was miserable. If you only think about money, and when you already have money, all you think about is keeping that money there, what do you mean? And also the lifestyle. Okay, so I would understand wanting to have money to do things, right? To be able to have a nice car, a nice house. But then what? I don't see Andrew Tate actually living the any meaningful type of life, you know, being a creative person. I don't feel like Andrew Tate is very creative, to be honest. Then why did he wanted so much money? Just to have money? Like, it becomes something that I truly don't understand, and I want to talk and try to understand here, because it just confuses me more. And I was just making a video about confusion, about how there's a strange freedom in confusion, in not knowing, how you need to admit that you don't know anything, and then you're free. But then you understand that all of this is just an illusion of control, an illusion of freedom. And I think this hustle mindset is just to give you an illusion that money is going to give you these things. You know, it's going to it's selling you a lifestyle. That's what these people do. And I see them all over my YouTube channel, like the thing, you know? And I Of course, I watch them because I am a human being and I see a nice thumbnail and a very provocative title and I click. And then I start watching and it's like, what the hell? What what do you mean drop shipping or selling digital things? And I do that, okay? If you want to read some poetry and know and awaken your creative mindset, check them out. But I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. But these people, especially like these people that talk about money and money and money, 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 I think money is a vessel. Money is not actually the end, you know? You maybe are craving something farther than that. Because I also saw in this video of Andrew Tate, I listened that they were talking about beautiful women, hot women. They were objectifying women. And I know this is not news. People that also, like men specifically, think that money attracts hot women. And I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it happens. Maybe money attracts beauty. I have no idea. And I wanna understand this. If you know anything about anything, just comment down below because it makes me curious. And this is also a topic that I wanted to hit in the last video that I was filming. I didn't finish it filming because I got confused also, like this video, but in this video I'm explicitly confused. So confusion makes room for curiosity, right? You know that this mystery lifestyle of having so much money makes it interesting to want more money. But if there's no meaning behind all this that you want to achieve, then you look dumb. Then you just look dumb. Like, why? You know, there's more to life than just money. I think I don't have the means, and I know it is very stressful to be in a place where you don't have enough money to actually even survive. You are in survival mode, as I have spoken before, and there's many perspectives on this, on the lack of resources, because the only resource that we have in a capitalist world, it's actually money, you know. And how to get money, that's what we all want as a society. I understand the hustle mindset and everything. It's because you want to get out of the matrix or you want to be financially free and actually do things that you love. But I believe that selling this is just feels wrong. It feels nasty. It feels like, what's behind that? Like, what's the actual niche? What is your target audience? And I don't know why I get so confused about this. And maybe it's because I've seen a bunch of videos about this that just makes me realize, am I going crazy? Because yes, I do want to make money, but I also want to be working in something that I love. And these videos, I'm going to tell you one of the people that I got today. I got videos of this man, Alex Hormozy. I know that he is rich, that he didn't have anything, but these thumbnails, because I have seen one video of him talking in a plane, talking about how he saved every single penny that he had because this could be an investment for your future. But it sounds like absolute nonsense if you're not actually enjoying your everyday, you know? If you're not actually appreciating the present moment. Because for me, I want to soak in all the beauty that there is right now because I feel like I will miss things, you know? I have FOMO of beauty, basically. So, right now, I find so much beauty in talking in another language, seeing my talent here, and looking at all the thumbnails and titles that I see almost every day because I got a little bit of an addiction. I got a huge addiction, to be honest, to YouTube. I'm sorry. That's why I became a YouTuber. First time that I say I'm a YouTuber, but yes, as I'm seeing the beautiful nature, you can't see the nature, but I'm going to show you. I see this from my window while I talk to you guys. It's just so beautiful. And I try to soak all in this, like this beauty, and I don't want to let go of the beauty. What do you mean that in order for me to be happy, you're saying that I should save every single penny and then invest and then work, probably nonstop until I get like $1 million and that will be double and triple? I don't get it. And I don't know if it's because I'm going crazy or because I'm lazy or because I don't want that in my life, or maybe I want that, but maybe this is my take. I do want money. I want a lot of money. And it's not that I want easy money. I want money that does not feel heavy in my pocket. You know? I want money that allows me to soak in all the beauty still and not change the perception that I have on beauty, on things, on obsession, on art, on living things and doing things passionately, on yearning, you know? I don't want that to change. And all this titles and things is like, you're saying me I shouldn't buy stocks. I don't even know. Well, I do know what stocks are. Don't buy stocks. Find the one phone call away. I want you to stop thinking. You know? What do you mean, stop thinking? Stop noticing things. The newest Epstein photos. I was also watching a video about Epstein, and that just makes my mind blow. Like, what do you mean you have so much money and all you want to do is. What do you mean? I genuinely think that power is the problem, not money. It's the power. It's the power of people that have money. Why is. And this also makes so much sense now because we have given so much power to money that people that have so much money owns so much power that they can do whatever they want. And they are even like stupid, you know? They're stupid. They're out of their heads doing things that actually damages so many people's lives, and the world can't do anything about it. We should act on this type of things immediately, but we can't because our laws are defined to protect the wealthy people. The people that have money equals power. Money equals power. Money equals power. And now I understand. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. I just have different things in my mind. You know, when I think about money, I think about, oh, more research, helping people that is sick. Um, Probably money equals to more art, doing art freely, enjoying life, traveling wherever I want. You know, that's what money means to me. But the most important part, and I think that's the meaning of this video also, is that you should think about what you truly want to do with that money that makes your life more meaningful. Helping people, creating art. I don't know, you know? I think that makes sense. That makes so much sense because I just see these videos and they make me furious. I don't know if those are meant to be rage bait or what. Jeffrey Epstein's bizarre final phone call from prison. What? And it makes me crazy because you should, at least at one point in your life, consume this, all of the content. Well, not, don't. Don't spend 20 hours of screen time every day. Don't. But like, consume different things and be curious because that allows a space for growth as a humanity entirely, because you start questioning about yourself. You start questioning about what you want. instead of what others want. Why am I curious about this topic? Is it because I truly want to know why people that have money have so much power to do so insane things and nobody can do anything about it and they can get away with that? Probably. I'm curious about wealth. I'm curious about power. I'm curious about nature, science. So, all of this is actually flowing to making things figure out and make sense because money is a heavy topic on my mind. Money, art, obsession, beauty, and I don't know, my weight. I already talked about this in another video, how I have body dysmorphia, and all of this makes me curious. I want to soak in everything. And I don't understand that people that I mean, I understand. I understand that people that have different perspectives on these topics than me because they have a different things of viewing life and everything. Like I totally more light. Like I totally understand. But like I I need to let go of the things that I don't understand to be truly free and to be able to fully live my dream. Because sometimes I feel like I'm living someone else's dream. I'm in this hustle mindset and I'm like, I should do this. The moment that I get $1,000, I'm going to spend it all on buying stocks and the SPF 500 or whatever. SPF, what am I saying? You know what I'm talking about. So I think about that and it's like for a moment I was crazy about this because I'm not a US citizen. I'm not a, a citizen of a place that actually allows you to buy stocks. And I can't buy stocks because I'm Ecuadorian and is not supporting my country. So Etsy is not supporting my country. Bitcoin, I think, is not. PayPal also was not. So a lot of this money, like electronic money, how do you call them? I don't know how you call them in English. But all of this money that you have, all of these investments that you can do to actually generate a lot of money, is not supported in my country. Bravo, bravo. That's beautiful. Yes, that's why we're third world. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't know. I don't know about that either. So, yeah, I think all of this not knowing, confusion, blurry between money, power, and glory, like Lana Del Rey, I think that makes you feel less on the blame of not knowing what to do with your life because I think for the most part we are exposed to other people's dreams, especially when you are going to go to college. It's like, yes, when you're going to go to college and your parents are like, no, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a doctor. No, wait, wait. I need to ask myself 1,000 questions before I decide what to want. What do I want with my life? And me being an architect, that was not my dream. That was my dad's dream. But I'm very thankful I followed it because I end up liking it. Like what? My dad knew me better, better than I did myself. But like yeah, I wanted, like now I'm grateful that I followed my architecture career. But if I did what I wanted, I would be an artist, which wouldn't be any big of a deal. Like, I also want to be an artist. Like, I still want to pursue a career towards something a little bit more artistic than just being architecture. I also want to be an artist, and I can be many things in life. That's why I think that's the message of this video. Try everything, ask a bunch of questions, be curious, and dive deeper. And know why media is taking such a toll on you. Because it's actually making you live your life in a different way that you want to do, you know? So ask more questions, link things, and go further in order to understand. Now I understand that about money. It makes sense. I just needed to go through this. But it's horrible at the same time. Like, I still don't understand why some people think the way they think. And I think I'm never going to be fully understand, and I don't want, I don't need, you know? Maybe the most peaceful thing is realizing I don't actually know what's happening, and maybe I don't need to. I don't need to know what's happening. That's going to make me a little bit peaceful, a little bit, because there are things that are happening in the world that I am truly in shock. In shock. What do you mean Trump and Bill had an affair? What? What? Are you serious? Like, what do you mean the party of what was her name? I don't even Chris Jenner was actually a meeting between all the people that were related to Epstein in this Epstein files and everything and the parties and whatever. What do you mean? It's too much information that I need to know, that I want to know, that I choose to know. But that makes me think that power is dirty, that money is dirty. And it's not about money, it's actually about power, as I said in the first place. And and we all want to be powerful. We all have this ambitious of having control, but we need to let go of that in order to be fully free. And because it's an illusion. This power is an illusion. Power is an illusion because it's not something that we understand. It's not something that can be fully managed in a positive way. And that sucks. That sucks because power is always going to hurt other people. Because that's the power dynamic, you know? You have control over someone else. So, yeah. When you stop trying to control everything, you finally breathe. And right now it's very hard to breathe with what's going on in the world. War, crimes, power, everything. It's just messed up. And it's impossible to not go crazy. So yeah, if you like poetry and if you want to awaken your creative self, I truly suggest you to check out my books. Those are going to be down in the description. And I love you. Thank you for watching this and listening to me rant about me trying to understand why I'm seeing what I'm seeing in the internet. And I'm so curious. I'm still going to be curious, and we're still going to have a lot of conversations about topics related to this. So, love you. Bye.